your soul and let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic, into mystic, into mystic, into mystic.
Good evening and welcome back.
We're having a good time here at Mystic Matters. I love you, Suzette.
You are too funny, Tricia. Anyways, we are having a great time at Mystic Matters. And good evening. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Tricia Cunningham. And, you know, we're laughing. It probably doesn't start out that way, but it's going to be such a great show. And in a few seconds, I'm going to tell you the reason why. But we're going to go right into Erin Mertz from the Mystic Aquarium, who's going to give us some exciting news about upcoming holiday adventures and things that are going on at the aquarium.
Yes, we have a lot going on for the holidays. First, Polar Express is in our 4D theater now through January 1st. It's a 4D experience, so a 3D film in an interactive environment. It snows, there's some scents. You feel like you're actually riding the train. It's a lot of fun, so we encourage everyone to come down. That is included with membership, so if you're a member to the aquarium, the 4D theater is included in that. If not, it's either part of our value ticket or it's a $6 fee to go to that. So we invite everyone to come down. Winter Waterland starts December 1st.
What is Winter Waterland?
Well, this year
that sounds fun.
This is new?
It is.
Yes.
Well, we do some sort of holiday celebration every year, and so this one is themed holidays from around the world, and we're celebrating different holidays from where our animals are from. So South Africa, for example, our penguins are from South Africa. Right. So we'll see the decor will be based on our animals. So that's something new and exciting. Every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday in December, and then the week between Christmas and New Year's, we're asking people to come out for that. And then Festival of Lights, December 7th, our annual event.
Fantastic.
With Old Mystic Village. So that's a free event.
Friday night?
That is a Friday night, December 7th. Bring a canned food or a non-perishable food product with you, and you get in for free.
It's fantastic.
That's great. And at Festival of Lights also, that's when Old Mystic Village has all of their Illuminaria and the stores stay open late.
Lights.
It's amazing. And Suzette knows because she used to light about 5,599 of them.
Yes, and that is true. When our store was there, the board of directors actually, Tricia, about 15 years ago, that was the dream, was to light up Old Mystic Village, and certainly with the help of Joyce Resnikoff, who saw the vision. She made it happen with the board of directors way back then. But do I miss those days? No, but I miss all my friends at the Old Mystic Village. Yeah. And we certainly, we still shop there, and of course, definitely shop local. There's some new stores down there, but we'll get into that as we get closer to the holiday season. You know. Well, Erin, thank you very much. We'll see you in a couple weeks because I know there's always something going on.
We'll be here. All right, thank you so much.
Winter Waterland.
Can't wait.
Aquarium.
Can't
Fun.
wait. So, Tricia, what else is going up? We're gearing up.
I know. We're right in the middle of it now.
We're
officially in the middle of the holiday season, which is terrific in the Mystic area because we're so lucky. We have so many great stores. We have so many great areas that celebrate the holidays and get us all just excited and feel the excitement in the air for the holiday season. Yeah. So a couple other events that we have coming up is this Saturday. This Saturday is coming up is the Groton Lights Parade. So this is a fun event, December 1st. It's a fun event that we have marchers and floats that march in the parade that start over at South Road and they end at the tree.
Right in the heart of Groton.
Yeah, and it's a great event where we have children's entertainment, free hot cocoa and cookies for the kids, and a free little gift for the kids, and free pictures with Santa. The key thing here is everything is free. We want this to be a community event and for families to come out and enjoy and not
tree lighting? Is there anything like
tree
that?
Lighting as well. Yeah, the tree lighting.
Happening?
Santa comes and lights the tree. Then you sit with Santa and get pictures with Santa and the cookies and everything. So it's just a fun, nice thing. So we try to push the the parade, and then after the parade, we try to push people to join us to celebrate the holidays with the tree lighting after the parade over by the post office.
Well, you know, Tricia, we have a lot of wonderful things going on in Mystic, and I want to say first of all that Tricia and her staff at the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce, if you are not members, please sign up, because Tricia and the staff have been great advocates of small business, not only of large business, but primarily small business. And she has been just a real spirited person and a community leader for our small businesses. And one of the reasons why I'm bringing this up is because small business is very, very tough. For those that have just recently started, and for those of us that have maintained businesses for a very long time, we want to remember that we employ people, that we give back.
Yeah, I was going to say, not only the employment and training and mentoring new employees, but the giving back. And this is one thing a lot of our small businesses throughout the area do. They support other local nonprofits. They support the quality of life. And I will say, Suzette is one individual that makes a point of doing this in her business, and is pretty much a leader as far as that's concerned, and setting the stage and setting the groundwork. And I was wondering, I'm going to put you on the spot, about the program you have coming up for the holidays.
Well, we do. Yeah, we do have a program coming up. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay, good.
In fact, it's a great lead-in. But I do want to say that Tricia and the Chamber of Commerce have been great champions. And I want to say that because we are going into probably the most crucial and the most important time for businesses, especially retailers, to give that edge, to get them through the tougher times. So please shop locally. If you're looking to find that different piece of merchandise, or if you're just looking to get something very special, we small businesses have it. And this year I'd like to announce a special program which came up in the middle of the night, where Simply Majestic Jewelers will be highlighting and giving back to 12 Gems of Christmas, and these are nonprofit.
12 Gems of Christmas.
And it came to mind one night as I was trying to figure out a way how we could give back, and so it's yet to be announced because we have those 12 gems. 12 gems to Simply Majestic means we have picked 12 nonprofits that we will, at the end of the season, be giving back a portion of what we make, our profits, to each of these 12 gems. So we'll be, as we get more information and move forward, we'll announce who those 12 gems are, but still in the process. My dream is that we have 100 businesses follow this model, and that every year that we can give back a little bit of something to our organizations. But at this time, Tricia, I think I'd like to announce we have a very special person with us. A very, very special person who has not only found the vision at Simply Majestic and help us push forward to our dream, but that also is a friend of the Chamber, and also to Tricia Cunningham as well. And Jennifer Vincent, good evening, Jennifer.
Hello.
Hi, Jennifer.
Jennifer actually manages Simply Majestic, and manages, let's just say she manages, Chuck and I, attempts to, Simply Majestic, and my husband, Chuck Sneddon, who was on a few months back, pointed out to Tricia one day and said, you know, and to be very, very honest with you, I never thought of highlighting Simply Majestic. I just thought...
Yeah, because we love having, because we've had Jennifer on the show before.
Yeah,
and it's great because you guys have so many great products. And you are a business in our community. So Mystic Matters, the whole point of Mystic Matters is to showcase different businesses in southeastern Connecticut and those that make up the thread of our fabric. And you're a pretty important thread in our fabric. So I'm glad to have you guys on, and I'm glad to have Jennifer on as representing Simply Majestic.
Well, happy to be here. And Jennifer, I know you're happy to be here too.
Thrilled.
So Jennifer, just tell us a little bit about Simply Majestic and what we do there. What are some of the things the services that we have?
We are located on Route 1, 59 Williams Avenue. We've been open about 21 years, started off in the village and then has since moved to our newest location. We offer a bunch of services ranging from replacing watch batteries to fixing your family jewelry to helping you find that perfect engagement ring.
Now, one of the things that when Chuck was on, we talked a little bit about a new program that he was starting to offer, but one of the specialties that they offer at Simply Majestic is the customizing, the custom design for jewelry. Anything from rings to pendants to earrings. Tell us a little bit about that and how that really works, and what kinds of things have you seen since you really kicked off that program?
We've done some pretty neat pieces. Starting, just from that special engagement ring where somebody comes in, he's like, I want something very unique for my girlfriend who will soon be my fiance. Let's say he picks out something like this. We can actually custom make this ring.
Hold that up just a smidge.
To fit her exactly. If you didn't want to have all diamonds, if you wanted to have sapphires, we can place those sapphires in there. We can adjust all of the sizes of the diamonds.
I'll hold that, and then we'll have Frank zoom in on it in just a second, and that way I can.
Yeah,
that way I can look at it a little closer too. So you can customize and do different different stones or different shapes and different settings, and okay.
What the program actually is called Counter Sketch. And so the piece that you have here is one of the samples, Tricia, that we can do. But the whole idea is that happens to be modeled for a very large diamond.
There's two. Yeah, this is quite significant right here.
But the point of that ring,
diamonds on either side too.
When Chuck and the staff, and of course Jennifer, you can come in and say, hey, listen,
the band.
We like that, but we'd like to have diamonds around it, a smaller diamond, or even a sapphire in the center. So that is done literally in a half an hour. It's sent down to one of our manufacturers that will cast it, and that piece is made specifically to your specifications, exactly the way you want it.
It becomes a one-of-a-kind.
Exactly. Yeah. So what we have on in the store are basically models, that you can pick from, and then we can adjust from there.
And that also helps because then it gets them kind of the creative juices flowing. Because if you start starting from scratch, it must be pretty difficult to figure out what you want to do.
Right.
I've seen a couple things that I thought were extremely creative. There was a person, and obviously you guys will know the story, but they made a ring out of a piece of their house. Their house was stone.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, you may want to talk about that.
Tell me that story because I saw that picture of that ring, and that was amazing. What was the deal with that?
His family owned a house in the borough, and they either sold it or they were redoing it or whatever. And he came in with these big pieces of granite and said, "Can you make these into a pendant and a ring?" And we, of course, have never done this. It's something that we've never seen, and they were big pieces like this. So Chuck took the time. We found a mounting. We worked with him to find a mounting for both the pieces, and he shaped those stones. He cut off a piece of the rock and shaped the stones to make them into those pieces, and they actually came out. It's hard to see what they were going to come out to look like, but they were absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, right. And that's what I like. I mean, as we're in the holiday season, so as you're thinking about that gift, you have an opportunity to get something that's really personal, and handcrafted at Simply Majestic, and that's what I like about it. Another thing I had seen that you guys had done, because another thing that Simply Majestic does is engraving.
Yeah.
And which I use often.
Thank you, Tricia. Yeah.
For better or for worse, I use it. I'm keeping them busy right now, so.
Yes, you are. Thank you.
But one thing that was so sweet, it was must have been a newborn, and they had the newborn baby's footprints stamped. Okay, so in the little stamp, they were able to scan the image in and then actually engrave those tiny little feet prints, make them smaller, and put them onto a little charm that was either on a bracelet or a necklace or something. Where did that idea come from? What was the inspiration behind that? Because that was also brilliant.
That person came in on the same day. Also something we had never done. So we were a little under the gun there.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So it was something that, I don't know where she heard of it or something. She came in, she's like, I would like these to be engraved. Or he came in, he wanted to engrave them for his wife and the other grandmother of the child. So it took some time to get those feet. There were two different children, to get those feet perfect on there, and we were able to engrave them on two necklaces for them. We've done it quite often since then. It's a great gift to give to a new mom or a new grandmother.
Right. And one of the other things, Tricia, if we can just get a little bit of a scan on some of our pieces here, and I can go over them with you as well.
You have really...
We do.
You get designers to do different work, and I was intrigued by these in particular.
Well, we had a show a few weeks back, Tricia, and we highlighted Alberto Parada. And he actually, we call him the designer of the stars. And you'll see some of these pieces here where they are interchangeable. They are actually interchangeable earrings. You would buy.
On the screen, so.
That's right. There we go. There you go. And you would actually buy this little piece right here and interchange these little charms, okay? And that we have available for our customers too. The other,
that's close up.
Yep, that's beautiful too.
Where's my favorite?
Okay, and Frank, we are going to
there it is. Yeah.
do a little bit of work here. One of our other designers is called Mary T. And of course, these have been seen on the red carpet as well. And she's a cosmopolitan, where you see.
I love how they have the smaller pieces.
Right.
It's just such a dynamic necklace.
Right.
So it's still nice and fine and simple, but just dynamic and different.
And I will say, this is one of Jennifer's favorite designers, so you can tell a little bit about that too.
Their Merity necklaces are great. They have, you can add the different, you can mix and match colors. You can wear them by themselves, or you can wear several of them together. It gives you a great look for, you know, a pretty small, not a small price, but a smaller price than a big piece of jewelry.
Yeah, and they're so sophisticated looking.
Right.
So sophisticated looking.
Right.
And how do you find your designers? Because these are some different pieces and different designers. So how do you find your designers? What do you guys do to come up with that?
Well, that's a good question.
We how we found Alberto was we went to Las Vegas in June. One of our customers saw that we were going there for a jewelry show. She said, "Oh my gosh, I saw this guy down in Washington, D.C. You have to find him." So we trekked all the way through the show, and we found Alberto.
There are 7,000 vendors.
And we
pretty amazing.
fell in love with his, especially his earrings in particular. In fact, the earrings that I'm wearing here are also his.
Okay.
Right, there you go, right on the screen there. That's a nice close-up.
Yes.
and you know, Jennifer is right. The whole staff, Tricia, my whole staff is very involved in our products and certainly the vision of Majestic. So it is a good question, because we do pride ourselves on having pieces of jewelry that virtually no one else has in the area.
And it's diverse too.
It's very, very diverse.
You find lots of different items there. So
that's correct. And we also want to say that, and Jennifer made a good point today, that we have something from $50, certainly
up to $10,000.
You know, it's a wide a variety of merchandise that comes out of that store, because what we want to do is build it or get it or have it for everybody's price point, and being very, very compassionate to those who really want to get something at a nice jewelry store, a fine jewelry store, and have it be very special and have it be affordable.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the key thing. The jewelry industry has changed quite a bit. If you asked me 30 years ago if I would be selling sterling silver, I would say to you, "Are you kidding me? That's what we used to eat with." No, but it has changed quite a bit, and quite frankly, I like the change. And Jennifer is going to talk about a promotion that we have coming up with, and I'm going to grab this a little bit, and she can tell you a little bit about this.
Can I add one more thing about Alberto? His pieces are actually made with all reclaimed gold.
Right.
So they're all recycled. His diamonds are conflict-free diamonds. So it's just something for the eco-conscious person as well.
And his stuff is pretty, very pretty. So
thank you, Frank.
Moving on to our promotion that we're going to be having in December, from December 3rd to December 9th, we'll be having a Lestage trunk show. We'll be getting about $10,000 or more
a little bit, so that it's not.
Yeah, there you go.
Pieces of jewelry.
That's okay. That's all right. Yep.
What's nice about these are you get the bracelet, and then you can switch out the charms.
Right.
So let's say if you wanted to do the baby feet on something like this, which we have done, you put the charm on there, and then if you're feeling like you want to do something with this, like with a sea theme, then you use
a
that
little starfish, star on it.
So there's probably 100 different 100 different clasps that you can put on there. There's different style bracelets. Some have gold roping, some have silver roping, and then you can get them with gold as well, and some have diamonds.
They're coming to Simply Majestic?
Yes, they will have about a huge inventory of them in that week. So.
And what week was that again?
December 3rd to December 8th.
All right, good. So that's right around the corner.
Yes.
So, and that is a great opportunity to really, again, hand select, hand pick that special gift. And that's what I like about it. And because they're all some levels of interchangeableness, you really have that opportunity to hand pick and personalize that gift.
Right. And then one other piece I'd like to highlight, and we brought it specifically today, and it's one of Chuck's beautiful pieces. And Jen, you might want to tell him a little bit about that. And that's something that Chuck makes in the shop. I want to mention that everything is done, nothing is sent out. That's the other thing, too, that everything, your jewelry is very safe at Majestic, nothing is sent out, and this is a creation, and Jen, I'll let you talk about that.
Chuck sat down one day and decided he wanted to make a ring out of some platinum he had gotten in. So he came up with these diamonds, and he rolled it out, made the ring, hand set all of these diamonds the way they would have done them probably 100 years ago. He drilled the holes, and pave set them, and then came up with a beautiful piece.
He's a craftsman.
He is absolutely a craftsman.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then one of their services is our appraisals.
Yep. We also offer appraisals. We're able to, hopefully, turn them around in about a week, depending on the time of year. We do the engraving that we talked about, watch repair. We do pearl stringing.
Pearl stringing.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to know, because I know a lot of people, they acquire their grandmother's old jewelry or their parents' old jewelry, and pearls is a common thing that you'll see in that when you get some jewelry handed down. So that's often a thing that needs to happen.
There's quite a bit that goes on at Simply Majestic, and again, one of the things.
There is.
There's a lot that goes on, and we are a store. That Jen will attest to that, there is the answer no is generally not in our vocabulary, and the whole staff will work very, very hard to get that answer to be yes. And Jen at the helm oversees that. She listens to that, and will say, what are they looking for? Is it there anything that I can help with, or certainly Chuck or Suzette can help? And I think that's very important to small business as well, that the answer really cannot be no. Because down the street or across the river, or the answer will be yes. Yeah. And so, although everybody is in competition this time of year, it doesn't matter jewelry to jewelry. If you're looking for a TV set or a cell phone, we really would like you to think about that piece of jewelry before you go to buy that. And I want to just comment on Jen's ability to manage and to also. Be a focus and a visionary for Simply Majestic too. So we aren't sitting down on our laurels. We are certainly in technology, and in service, in availability, approachable, and certainly that all also turns back to community partnership. So I think that's what makes Simply Majestic the kind of store it is.
And one thing that, over the years and just watching Simply Majestic, you've always reinvented yourself and added new features. Like a couple of years ago is when you added the engraving. Now you're adding the custom work that through the program that you were talking about. So you're always adding different features and adding a new service for the clientele. Right.
And technology?
We're on Facebook. If people could find us on Facebook and like us there, we actually do a lot of our notifications. We try to, any sales that we're running, it's a great, easy way to see that.
Yeah, find out first what's going on there.
Yes. Yep.
Right. So there's a lot of things that we are doing, Tricia, to enhance our business, and also to also be a role model for other small businesses, and we are open to certainly talk about that. A lot of people have stopped in our store to talk to Jen, to talk to the staff, to talk to myself and Chuck, to say, hey, listen, I've lost my job, or a middle age, or I'm a young age, and I'd like to open up a small business. you know, what do we do
You've
first?
done a lot of mentoring.
Yes, and one of the first things I do say is you go down to the Chamber of Commerce and you talk to Tricia Cunningham and group, but it is, you know, we try to be that role model as always to small business and be champions there too, and say that it's okay, it'll always be okay. But we are right next to Mystic Market and Antonio's Hair Design across from the Tabor Inn, right up from Sea Swirl.
Nice spot.
Can't miss us, and very happy to be a proud member of the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, and I'm glad you have Jen with you. Jen's been a great addition.
Well, Jen has been a very great addition. She
how long have
manages
you been there?
About 4 years, I think. 4 or 5. I lose track.
Is it 4 years or
I was going to
5
say
years?
5.
It's 4 or 5 anyways,
So.
yeah.
And just to give you just a little bit of note before we wrap up here too, Jason Vincent is also very much a part of Simply Majestic. He does help out at events.
That would be
and things
Jennifer's Vincent's husband.
Right. So we actually, when we say we're a family store,
It's family.
it's really a family store. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Tricia, Jennifer, I'm looking at you.
No, I think I'm...
You think you're good?
Well, happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays to everybody.
It's great having one of our local small businesses featured on the show, and to also encourage you to shop local and to make sure you support our local businesses in the area while you're thinking about your holiday purchases this year. And you will not be disappointed. I can guarantee that.
Yeah. Thanks, Jen, for being on the show.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Jen.
Tricia Cunningham, it's always great to. It's a pleasure being on the show with you.
Thank
and
you.
I look forward to one more or a couple more.
And a great holiday season.
Yeah. Have a great holiday season. We are Mystic Matters. Good evening.
Your soul and spirit fly into Mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into Mystic.